The following video has been approved by the JD marketing team. It is rated JD for intense use of the word damn and many beaver related puns. This video may not be suitable for all beavers.
Good morning and g'day mate, welcome back to Timberborn with me, JD. Now, as we're going to be celebrating the last episode of this particular series of Timberborn, I'm going to be handing away the map download if you wanted to grab a copy and play on this particular map, my particular map. So if you want to do that, you need to head over to my Discord server, and it has a very easy URL to remember. That is discord.gg/JDplays, and in the blueprints and save files channel, you will be able to grab a copy of this map. But with all that out of the way, let's check on our beavers. So our beavers are industrious. Very industrious, even though the iron teeth are probably more industrious. That's besides the point. We have had a lovely drought, which is good, because we did flood half the map somehow. Our lock is more full than it's ever been before. I'm really glad that I sort of started covering up some of this lock. Side note, we do have 2 idiots stranded already. So we're going to ignore them, and I have set up the next layer on top along with a set of stairs so we can build the next layer up. We just need beavers to come over and do it. At the same time, we've put in stairs from this side, so again, beavers just need to come over and do it. That is the main district. Main district's pretty boring. They will get to stuff in due time. We have pretty much changed over everything across to chestnuts, and if we click on this and click on that, we do see that we do have half the beavers are fed grilled chestnuts. And if we check out welcome here, we will find grilled chestnuts give them a 10% strength bonus. So good luck trying to find which. Hey, grilled chestnuts are 14 kilograms, over 13 kilograms from normal. 13 kilograms from a normal beaver fed with grilled potatoes. So I don't think the chestnuts are actually quite worth it, personally. But that is the main district. In our sacrifice district, they are just building a drivetrain. That's it. They're just getting the drivetrain done. It's right on the edge of their build zone, but they should get it done, I hope. Next up, we have the good old overexpansion district. They are actually down to their very last tank. It's been forever. We've been ignoring the problem. We set them up to build them and we forgot about them. And they should finally get that last tank done soonish. Children districts. Children district, apart from having a recent flooding, is doing surprisingly well. They have way too much wheat and way too much flour, and potatoes are doing okay. We managed to cook them all. We finally have gears in stock because they have got every single tank done, like the champs that they are. In fact, actually, we might just because I'm, I can't let a dead horse lie, leave things alone. We might just, spend what gears we have on a few more tanks, because we don't have nearly enough ridiculous water storage. Oh, we can get one more in here. One more in here. Oh, I could even fit another one. God, I'm horrible. Okay. Mass water storage. No, I couldn't put one in there without destroying some stuff. Mass water storage. Mass water storage. They have, holy crap, almost 20,000 water stocked up, ready to go. Plus, because they're at the end of the river, they maintain pumping power at all times. Yeah. And funnily enough, it's not actually flooding out of the map anymore, which is a great sign. Yes. Okay. Next district we need to talk about is the boring District 12. District 12 has been just basically ripping apart this metal structure and putting it to storage. Funnily enough, there is 1,220 in storage, 600s in here, 500s in here. Even though this one is set to give me, it actually wants 1,000 in stock, and this one wants 40 in stock. Seems beavers are stupid, and they'll just put it in the closest one. This one, meanwhile, has none in stock, so eventually we'll end up moving those over to the children district and restocking our scrap and then smelting the whole lot into blocks, which is good because we have no blocks left. Yeah, we've sort of used them all. Speaking of blocks, they have all been shipped over Not the Stairways to Heaven. Nope, Stairway to Heaven has no blocks. They do have explosives. But all the way over to the District on Stilts. Because the District on Stilts made the giantest bridge you've ever did see right across the giant lake. And they are attempting... Oh, hang on, let's click on that first. Attempting their hardest to finally lock off the water. If we could get the water locked off, we could fill this puppy up. So, to get that filled up, we need to do a few things. We need to have a way for the water to get out. That requires explosives. I love explosives. Everything's a bit better with some explosives. Yes! Okay, everything's a bit better with some explosives. Oh, hang on, can we go to there? Oh, that's really hard to see. Okay. Which requires us to reset the explosives constantly and, you know, make sure everything gets blown up. That's everything. Okay. But we've worked out that although beavers have unlimited reach down, which is great, they only have unlimited reach down underneath the bridge or beside scaffolding. So, from a scaffold, they can reach all 8 tiles around a scaffold. So, if we throw one of these here, and I threw a beaver up on top of this platform, he could reach any tile around him. But, from a bridge, it's only the tiles directly underneath it, which is a bit of a problem. Because I would... well, you've got materials delivered now, so I'm loath to blow them up. But, oh, actually, we can open these, and we can have a peep through the locks. Okay, I would love to put explosives all the way through here and knock this down. And as we can see, beavers are coming along and they're delivering explosives directly underneath the bridge right now, and the unlimited reach areas. But the only way we get the rest of the explosive in is getting these bridges built. And one problem we had is we have a lovely water rock here. Now, water rocks are great. They provide water. The catch is you can't build scaffolding over them. I cannot click and drag and get the scaffolding over that water rock. So the only way to build over something that is a non-solid item is with a metal platform. Metal platforms are solid in the middle, and then have this lovely outreach around the outside, which lets them lean over our little water source and let us build up to here. Once we are up to here, we can then build bridges all the way across all 5 or all the other 4, and they get many, many explosives in. So that's going to be our plan. I cannot put a metal platform on a metal platform. I'm pretty sure the iron teeth can. The iron teeth, yes. I'm pretty sure they can. Do I have an explosive in there already? Really hard to tell. Yes, okay. So our plan for this episode is 1, get the platform built. Requires another 100 metal. We have in this district 236. Okay. You need 100. You need 20, 40, 60, 80. We have enough. We have enough. We just need the labourer to happen. So that's plan number 1. Plan number 2 is to get this built. Now, this requires lots of just logs. Lots of logs. Consequently, between episodes, I've put down some storage, and I've sort of told everybody to ship over logs. Like, everybody. If there is a log out there on the map anywhere, we're going to ship it across. On top of that, we've extended out our range a little bit. Found... Ooh, this is green. Found a few spots where we could... put in foresters and anything else that we can help. That one. Birch. Birch is quick to grow. Maximum priority. Found anywhere we can to get a little bit more timber out of the system and get it all back and producing our lock as quickly as possible. So, that's our plan for today's episode. Oh, wow. There's more water rocks. I don't remember counting those ones previously. So our plan is to lock off the giant lock, and then we'll have unlimited water. Unlimited water, because there's about 10 water sources spotted around this giant lake. On top of that, I want to blow the cliffside to Kingdom Come. Yep, like that. And then just, you know, plant in more explosives. I probably should level these out. It would probably make my life easier rather than trying to carefully find out where the explosives are and plant them. Anyway, that's going to be today's episode plan. Montage of building. Let's max out the priority on you. Yeah, the sooner we get this done, the sooner we get this done. And that's a giant separate project. Yeah. Montage of many explosives. Many explosives, which also come from the neighbouring district, which currently has no water, no food. Because the river did flood. Yeah, we did... Something happened. I don't know what. Well, we added another water source into this side of the map. And the whole map flooded. Yeah, which means you guys might have an issue with... Food is okay. Currently it's being shipped in. Water is still being shipped in as well. They should be fine. They should be fine. So I have a very important suggestion. Very important suggestion if you ever want to get something done in Timberborn. And that is... check your districts. Because it turns out that the metal platform was technically in the Stairways to Heaven district, which doesn't really get any metal shipped over. Whereas the district on stilts, which has, or had, still has all the metal, it couldn't reach it because the district gate was over here. So this was all in a separate district. Good news is, after some rearranging of the gates, so now the Stairs to Heaven district can bring up the explosives because they can just reach to here, and the district on stilts can get all the way to the end because it's very, very close to the district center. They can build the metal platform, which is now done, and the other district can build all the explosives, which are now done, and we should be able to detonate that, and that, and that, and we should finally have at least the bottom layer full level. Now, next step is going to be obviously get these bridges done. They require metal, 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 and metal. Good news is we have a lot of metal. Better news is there's no pause button. There was a pause button. We're going to set this to 100 metal. Metal blocks. 100. Because we don't technically need any more metal shipped across. And meanwhile, yeah, this project is suffering. Because, well, there's no food. Shipping over bread from 2 different districts. Alright, we're now shipping over bread from 3 different districts. And hopefully nobody starves to death. Hopefully. Hopefully the autosaves are going to become less painful. Alright, so with that done, we should be able to mass build these fairly quickly. Build progress 75%. Waiting on materials. Yeah, waiting on materials and waiting on materials. But as soon as they get done... Oh, and we can now get explosives in over here. Cool. Booms time. And just reach through the ladders, through the stairs that we can't see, to put in more explosives. Hey, we got another bridge in. So you need blocks, and you just need somebody... there we go. There we go. We have Timber, who is a thirsty beaver. Why are you a thirsty beaver? Oh, you're from the next district over. Who has 11 water because your water pump's flooded. How high is that water? That's not going to dry out anytime soon. Can I fix this quickly and easily? Quickly is one thing, easily is another. No, because somebody built a thing in the way. Can we water pump there, and then we'll put in some paths. It wouldn't be Timberborn if a Timberborn district if they didn't just scrape over the edge, and I'm assuming that is set to not be cut. Well, change that over to be cut, please. I want all the timber that we can see gone. Yeah, you are sitting around doing nothing. Okay, nothing doing range. No, we're not quite finished picking up all the metal, but it's getting close. Alright, step one for our explosive adventures are going to be try and level off everything so we can sort of blow things up layer by layer. And it turns out if you be smart like a JD and click the right button, you can then see through the bridges, which makes life that much easier. Yeah, yeah. Another day, another boom as the frame rate drops because all the beavers wake up and start doing things. Means we can get all that done. We've got that much level at least. We just need to get the rest of it, you know, down another, what, four tiles? Four, yeah. Few more tiles. So we're getting around about a layer done per day, which makes me a little bit worried because we have a drought in 9 days. And don't get me wrong, we're not going to start, you know, letting the water out straight away. We need the water to actually fill up. But we are starting to get this tile in. So in 9 days, I want to get, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 more rows in? Well, at least 3 in. And then we got to wait for it to fill up. But yeah, we definitely want to have this all completed before the drought ends. Alright, we're finally down to the same layer. So now we can blow up everything one layer at a time. We've only got 7 days left before the drought comes, or before the drought ends. And yeah, they should finish it. They should finish it. Oh, actually, range. Yeah, that's the edge of the range there. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Okay, we can get another layer detonated. We've only got... Ooh, game does not enjoy that. We've only got, what, 4 layers to go. 4 layers to go. We're definitely getting there. But, as we set in our next layer, and of course, make sure it's maximum priority, because this is the most important thing in the world, well, technically we're good for at least 2 blocks. At least 2. The other thing is, we have nothing to do when range has popped up. So... we have finally mined out all the scrap metal, which means we can get rid of all of those, plus all of those, and this district over here, which has 1,300 scrap metal in it, that has 313. Oh, that finally has 1,000 in it. Excellent. We should be able to remove that one tile, which is going to lead to some complaints. Beavers can't distribute and unconnected buildings, the whole works. We should be able to put in a district gate there, remove this district gate, and actually before we put that in, can we go back to this district? We can see we have managed to take the scrap metal down to 600. So we have been processing it. We've got 29 metal. No idea where it's all going. And if we join that in, we should now have 1,900 scrap metal. So the smelters can get hard at work and start processing all of that. Stay with heaven, district on still, sacrifice the hopper. Unless we've shipped over... So you have 20 metal. You have 156. No idea where it's all gone. Metal, 500. Every district should have 100 in it. So 100, 100, 100, whatever's left over being 25, 20, and you've got nothing because we didn't bother shipping metal there, 150. So technically we've got too much metal over here and I'd love to ship it back, but let's face it, I just can't afford the beaver labor. And we have 5 days left to get, well, at least, like, I doubt that's going to fill up by the time we can fill that up. But at the same time, I still have some explosives to do. So we've got a few more explosives to lay in before we can call this project done. And another layer goes. And of course, more explosives. We're getting down to, like, the ground's finally green. The frame rate's finally gone. Yep. Okay, it turns out the game really does struggle. At 3 times normal speed, we're running at 3 FPS. Even at normal slow speed, we're 30 FPS down to much lower. But we're definitely getting there. We're definitely getting there. In fact, we can see water seeping through the edge. We are below the water level for, you know, the other side. But we're still not quite there. We've got 2 more layers to go. We've got 2.8 days, so I think we'll hit that goal. Meanwhile, over here, we've got a few tiles left to go. So hopefully we make everything in time. Side note, I can actually see in here now without turning off the top layers, so that's a nice feature. 1.9 days left. Let's go! Alright, last layer. 1.9 days. We've got this. Max priority. Go. Alright, the sun's about to set. We're down to 0.3 of a day, and the last explosives are in. That's it. Mission accomplished. We just now have to, well, finish building the last little bit here, which I'm pretty sure will happen before... There we go, another autosave. Before the lock fills up, and, yeah, we just need to wait for this to fill right the way up. So, let's go with this angle. Yeah, this angle. And we need to thank Toothy 2.0, the Great Lock Builder, because we finally have captured the Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth. This will keep our beavers wet forever. Side note, the only way you can force beavers to use a bridge is by removing their path. Otherwise, beavers prefer to get wet. Who knew beavers like getting wet? So, we haven't quite filled it yet, but we do have a drought 3-day or 2.3 days away. We have continued in the great tradition of building... we can't reach that. Okay. Building the Great Drivetrain. The Great Drivetrain has made it most of the way here. The grand plan was to bring the Great Drivetrain over here and run it through a bunch of wheels as we cascaded the water out of the Great Toothy Lock, but that's probably not going to happen because by the time this thing filled up, a drought was already on the way. But I want to see it full. Do you want to see it full? Yeah, I thought we would. Well, here we go. Just before the drought kicks in, we've managed to, well, flood this district entirely. In theory, people still live here. Yes, we have... Well, actually, that's set to max height. So that'd have to overflow, which we probably don't want to... Well, too late. It's about to overflow. Yes, we definitely want to go downstream, I think. And maybe remove that. and set that to 0. And oh my gosh, that's a torrent that's going to come through this river. Yes, by Poor District. Oh, never mind, it's going over the top. It's going over the top. 4 tiles was not wide enough. It's going over the edge of the map. It's fine. We maybe shouldn't have locked off the whole thing. Yes, so for the rest of the base, we have our Grand Drivetrain, which we were going to hook up to that torrent to, you know, get some free power and finally solve our power problems. At the same time, because it was built in the river with a couple of levees, we could have put... well, actually, let's just... a couple of levees. Actually, we need 2 rows of levees, and then power and water wheels. And this is why it was built up off the ground to start with. So we could just fill in the bottom lake with some water wheels and also put in the power shaft intersections everywhere, because I had no idea where things were going to plug in. We have got 40,000 water in storage tanks. That's also overflowing. Why did something suddenly go so terribly wrong? We have 40,000 water in storage. We have... well, that lock is about to fill up as well. It does have a dam. It will release. But as we've found out, something's obviously gone terribly wrong. I think I've been running the game at 3 times speed for too long, and it's starting to skip out some of the water calculations just to try and keep up. Because, as you can see, our frame rate is not great. Having 900 beavers on the map is not a good sign. We have got our little tiny district that has done a wonderful job, has moved all the metal over to here, which is still full, and that one's also mostly full. We have finally got 700 metal on the map, which means should we want to get into that really late game and start playing with metal structures, we could. The biggest problem I have with Timberborn at this stage is by the time you get to that stage, you have the production to start doing the things you want to do, you don't have any game performance left. This particular playthrough was on hard mode. I think, as we've proven, hard mode is definitely beatable with 17,000 bread in stock. Yeah, bread is definitely the way to go for food, along with a crap ton of timber. And finally, we have some gears and some explosives. Isn't that wonderful? I think if I was to do all this a second time, I wouldn't play hard mode again. I'd probably play easy, because it just means I need to have less beavers dedicated to farming and to water and all that sort of stuff, and free up more beavers for laboring, actually doing things. Yes, but like I said at the start, this save file will be in my Discord server. You know, wait half a day till the drought kicks in, and then all the flooding will go away and everything will be fine and dandy and perfect. Anyway, with all that said, this is where I'm going to leave this particular video and this particular series. If you want to see more Timberborn, look, hit the subscribe button. There will be more series in the future. I just gotta wait for another update. We did play this one halfway through update number 1. Update number 1 added a bunch of things, but it's time to put Timberborn back on the shelf and come back to it at a later stage. But thank you guys for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed me, the wonderful, illustrious Beavers. Illustrious, yes. Illustrious Beavers, yes. We're going to leave that there in case I can get myself into a demonetization state. On the wonderful Fountains of Youth map, again, there is a link in the description if you want to grab this map for yourself, because it is a custom map, and we've been playing on hard mode in the experimental branch, which then became the main branch eventually. Anyway, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Alright, bye.